Hey beautiful people, it's Rickita and I'm back with another live video. So in this video, I want to answer some questions that I got about Canada. So I already made a video previously about, how to boost your credit score in Canada, about the credit repair process in Canada. I learned some information about how like to remove accounts like your collections, your charge-offs, your public records. I learned how to remove that, and I gave you guys a free letter, and I also gave you guys information on how to get your credit reports and all of that juicy stuff. But I want to do a follow-up on, some questions that I have. Now, if you guys want to watch that video, please go back and watch that video because I tell you guys how to increase your credit score. I plan on doing another updated video on that as I start learning even more information. But definitely check that out. And I have that free dispute letter down below. So please, you guys, go ahead and check that out. I also have a list of credit cards for those people that's looking to get credit cards. I have a list of credit cards for Canada that you guys can definitely check out. And then, too, how to access your credit reports, because in America, we have TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. You guys only have TransUnion and Equifax, but we have so many different places where we can get our credit reports. You guys only kind of have like a limited amount of places to go ahead and look, but I have that information available for you guys too. So please go ahead and check out that information. And I hope that the information is very helpful and useful to you guys. If you guys have any additional questions about this, definitely let me know. I'm doing research as I'm teaching you guys. I just know that our system is like more advanced, but since I know our system so well, it was so easy for me to pick up your system. So definitely bear with me, you guys, when I'm talking about Canada and everything about Canada, because like I said, I'm in America, but I did do research and now I know like a lot about what you guys have going on. Now, let's go through all of the questions. Oh, wait, before we get started, too, there's one more thing. I have something called my 60 points in 60 days. That's where I teach people in America how to increase your credit score 60 points in 60 days. If you guys follow that, the same thing apply for you guys in Canada. It's the same thing, you guys. You guys have the same rules that we have because you guys are dealing with the same companies. Only difference is you guys have different dispute addresses. Like, that's it. And we have different laws, but you guys can follow the same thing. So I teach people how to increase your credit score 60 points in 60 days. Our credit scores is between 350 and 850. You guys are between 300 and 900. Like, that's your credit scores. But I'm telling you, follow this right here. It's free. Watch the whole thing. It's like more in depth, and it teach you guys how to increase your credit score. Definitely follow that. And also to you guys, not only do I have that one dispute letter, after you get that one dispute letter, I also have a list of like a lot of dispute letters. I believe it's 7 dispute letters total that you guys can get. So after you get that first dispute letter, if you're really trying to remove those accounts, get the other dispute letters and start disputing those accounts. And you guys can join the membership and follow along with us, and we can teach you guys more about like disputing, how it works, and all that good stuff. Because I know you guys have like a few credit repair companies out there, but some of this stuff you guys can do on your own, and you can work to get these accounts removed on your own. But definitely check that out. Now, somebody asked, will my credit card work in Canada? If you guys are outside the United States, as long as you guys have like a Visa or MasterCard, your credit card will work wherever Visa and MasterCard is accepted. You guys do not have to be like in the United States for these credit cards to work. If you guys are in Canada, I do suggest that you guys do get credit cards for Canada. Start building your credit so that your credit cards can work in Canada. And if it's Visa and MasterCard, it can work anywhere that Visa and MasterCard is accepted. Some of these credit cards have something called foreign transaction fees. So I do want you guys to look into foreign transaction fees. Now, I told you guys like I got a full list of credit cards for Canada. I believe it's like 30 to 40 credit cards for Canada. It was hard for me to get this list, you guys, and to research these credit cards, but I definitely have that list for you. And if you want the full list of credit cards, definitely look down below. Please do your research on all these credit cards. If you can see like all my videos on my YouTube channel here, you can see that I did like a lot of research on the credit cards that I did post on my channel. I might do something like that for you guys in Canada, but I just haven't done it yet. But definitely check out that list if you want to get credit cards for Canada. Will credit repair work in Canada? Credit repair would definitely work in Canada. You guys just have to know how to do it. So I gave you guys a free dispute letter. You can see it down below. All you have to do is send that dispute letter in to Equifax and TransUnion and dispute like collections and charge-offs and like public records. If you guys have like bankruptcies, you can go ahead and dispute those different accounts. You guys have a system where it says take like 15 to 20 days for them to get back to you guys. Definitely follow up with them. Usually it takes us 30 days to get some information back, whether or not the account is going to get deleted. And yes, use the letters, a letter directly from Equifax and TransUnion that I provide. Send that letter in too, and you'll see accounts being removed from your credit reports. Now, let me show you guys that Equifax, because I actually, like I said, I did a full review on it, but I want to show you guys the website. So this is the Equifax website. If you want to start a dispute, all you have to do is click right here. You can do a dispute online, so that's electronic, or you can do a mail dispute. The point that you guys can still do mail disputes, like when I first started helping people with credit, mail disputes were the best because I see a lot of people get accounts removed by doing those mail disputes. But since we start getting more into like not necessarily like mail disputes, but doing more online and letters, people start doing more letters. Mail disputes did not come were not as effective. But since you guys have that as like your second option, you whether you're gonna do it online or mail dispute, I definitely suggest that you guys do mail disputes. And these are the different things that you can be disputing. Say if you have like some fraud, somebody died, you want to file a notice about that. You want to remove like some personal information. Sometimes you guys can have like your name, the address, your date of birth, your social identification number, different, or your number different. You can edit that, your employer, your accounts, bank alerts, whether it's like overdraft status or like your balance, inquiries, public records. You guys include collections. We don't usually include collections. We only usually have just judgments and bankruptcies, but we don't even have judgments on our credit reports anymore here in America. But public records, that's probably a big spot you guys will be disputing. And also like secured loans, maybe you have like a lien or something like that. You guys can definitely go ahead and dispute that. And if you guys have like a credit lock, then you guys can go ahead and remove that credit lock. And you can go ahead and click right here, click submit, and you can get the, or actually, let me go ahead and click public records. You can go ahead and use this letter that is going to pop up, but I also typed the letter that you guys can use. So let me actually show you the letter that popped up. This is the actual letter that popped up. It popped up on a separate screen. Make sure you guys can see it. Yep. So this is the letter. This is letters you guys can actually send out. So the form. So go ahead and fill out this form here, and you can send it in. I do suggest you do send out this form. And also, if you send out this form and you're not getting the results that you need, follow up with those letters that I have, you guys. I give you the first letter for free, and then it's a total of 7 letters that you guys can send out. And it's good for collections, charge-offs, also inquiries. So if you guys have inquiries, it's also good for that. But definitely you guys can dispute accounts on your credit reports. You guys have TransUnion and Equifax. I teach you guys how to do that in my previous video, so definitely check that out. And just start working on your credit. You can pay somebody to do it, or you can do it yourself. But I just suggest try to do it yourself first, because I'm not sure how your credit repair companies out there work. You know, I just see a lot of people getting results here in America too when you just send out the letters. And I usually help my clients that's inside my membership send out letters, because I know that's very, very effective. So I suggest you guys do the same thing. Are Canada credit repair companies legitimate? I have not heard of a lot of credit repair companies in Canada. You guys do not have like credit repair the way that we have credit repair in America. So I can't necessarily say whether or not they're legitimate or not. I do say that you guys start working to remove these accounts from your credit reports yourself. Start working on your credit yourself. It can be very simple. They even have a free form for you guys to fill out. Like you guys can just go ahead and fill out this form here. And when you guys fill out this form, you're going to see that it's going to include like bankruptcies, collections, judgment, consolidated debt, or debt recovery, whatever you're trying to like dispute. All you have to do is just put your information here. And we have a social security number. You guys have a social insurance number. I guess it's kind of like the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes. So I guess it's like the same thing. Um, I'm not sure. But definitely fill out this form here and you can send it in. That way, if you don't feel like you want to work with a company, try to do it yourself first. And if you don't have any type of results, then you can double back and try to find a company that can actually help you. And not only can you guys send out that form, but I have actual dispute letters that you guys can send out. So I give you guys the first letter for free. So go ahead and download that first letter. And when you guys download that first letter, I ask you, would you like to get more letters? So go ahead and check that out, and hopefully you guys are able to start working to remove your accounts. And hopefully, if you guys need additional help, you guys can find that additional help out there in Canada. What is Canada credit repair? So credit repair in Canada is basically removing your negative and inaccurate accounts from your credit reports. You guys have two different credit bureaus. You have Equifax and you have TransUnion. So sometimes you guys can have charge-offs, collections, public records like a bankruptcy that's on your credit report. You guys can work to remove those accounts from your credit report so that they're no longer showing, and the companies will no longer see those or even know about those accounts. So that's what credit repair essentially is. Now, I showed you guys previously this form here. You guys can send in this form to start removing accounts. This is just an Equifax form. I also give you guys a copy of a free dispute letter to start removing those accounts. You guys can send that letter into Equifax and TransUnion. And when you send that letter into Equifax and TransUnion, you basically telling them to remove those accounts from your credit reports. So definitely you can send in this form here, or you can go ahead and send that letter and have them remove the accounts from your credit reports. But that's essentially what it is. It's just removing like certain accounts. Like this is the bankruptcy, collection, judgments, consolidated debt, and debt recovery is other accounts that you guys can definitely work to remove. Let me go back so you guys can see like the different accounts. So this is the Equifax website. You can start a dispute. Credit repair, you can do it online. So you can file a dispute online, which I do not suggest at all. And also you can do a mail dispute. Now, these are the different things that you guys can dispute. So if you guys have like public records, I got family enforcement on here also. If you guys have inquiries, say if you have some unauthorized inquiries, you guys can remove those. Secured loans, if you got a lien or something like that, you can dispute that. Your account, you can dispute the balance, the rating, the date paid. Any type of alerts like fraud, you can dispute. All these different things are added on there. So definitely these are like the different things that you guys can dispute. And disputing means that you want to have it removed from your credit report. So that's what credit repair is. You're fixing your credit so that you're removing those negative things so that you can have the positive things reporting, and that should boost your credit score up so that you can be able to go ahead and get your house, get you a car, and just get credit cards and loans if that's something that you're looking to do. Where can I find a list of Canada credit cards? So I've been getting a lot of people on my YouTube channel asking me, hey, do these credit cards work in Canada? And I found out that a lot of our credit cards do not work in Canada, but I did create a list of credit cards that you guys can look into and apply for that actually work in Canada. These are actual credit cards in Canada. It took me a while to put this list together, but I definitely have that list. So if you're looking for that list of credit cards, definitely go ahead and click that link down below and you'll find the list of credit cards. If you guys have negative accounts on your credit reports like collections, charge-off, bankruptcies, having a hard time getting approved, please go ahead and get my free dispute letter that I put together for Canada also, so that you can remove those accounts so that you can have a better chance of getting approved for those different credit cards. Well, this is a good one. Canada's credit score works just like America's credit score. So your credit scores are going to be between 300 and 900. The higher it is, the better it is. Um, when it comes down to having the best credit score, they want you to make sure that you're paying all of your accounts on time. You don't have any late payments. You have credit cards. I say at least have 4 credit cards. You may have like loans on your credit reports also. Make sure you have those loans, you paying those on time. And when you have these credit cards, make sure you guys keep the balance low on them. I say don't spend more than 5% or don't let them report more than 5%. And keep your inquiries low too, you guys. You got to make sure that you do not have a lot of inquiries on your credit reports. And if you guys have any fraudulent inquiries, you can easily get those removed from your credit reports. But that's kind of how the credit score work. Just make sure you do those different things and you'll have a higher credit score. Now, I told you guys, our credit score in America, we're between a 350 and a 850, 850 credit score. Those are our credit scores. You guys are between 300 and 900. That's your credit score. You guys have to do the same thing that we have to do in America to have a higher credit score. Just make sure that you are following those steps. Like I said, just make sure you pay your bills on time. It's very, very important. Your payment history. Your payment history is going to make up about 35% of your credit score. So make sure you guys are paying your bills on time. It's very, very important. They cannot mark you late until you're 30 days late, even out there in Canada. So I definitely suggest that you guys just make sure you pay your bills on time. If you guys are 5 days late, don't freak out. Just pay your bill, and make sure that you're making a habit that you guys are going to start paying early, but they cannot mark you late until you're 30 days late. The biggest thing that a lot of people don't understand is that utilization is very, very important. So if you guys have $1,000 credit card, if you max it out, your credit score is going to go down a lot. Like your credit score is going to drop. It's going to go down a lot. So I always tell people to make sure that if you got like $1,000 credit card, make sure that they don't report more than 5% of that credit card's credit limit. So for $1,000, that would be $50. Do not let them report more than $50. So definitely look into making sure that your balance on your credit cards is low, and make sure that you're paying your bills on time. Do not go crazy applying for a lot of credit cards, because those inquiries can definitely drop your credit score. When you follow these different steps, you want to see that you're going to have the best credit